Welcome to this recap. This recap is going to be the same old thing with Inter Miami. And for this one, this is probably one of the biggest wins in the regular season. We face off against LAFC, the current MLS champions, and we beat them 3-1. Now, a little backstory here. Los Angeles Football Club, LAFC for short, they won the MLS Cup last season against Philadelphia Union in PK. Inter Miami just recently, a few weeks ago, as you already saw, won the Leagues Cup championship via penalties. That went up to about 10 rounds. So, to say the least, this was a huge game. Champion versus champion. And another backstory here is this was our first ever MLS opponent in history. All the way back in March 1st, 2020, we went into that same field, BMO Stadium. First time ever playing in MLS as a whole. This was against LAFC, and they beat us in that game 1-0. So, to feel the nostalgic and trying to get this win is an understatement. This is the key game to get us back on track after a draw against Nashville. Now, I'm not saying Nashville draw is a total loss. Any point is good. And 3 points here is massive. So, what happens here? Let's talk about it. Now, LAFC starts off, and then for this one, LAFC goes on the attack very quickly, and both times they try to go to get this goal is from Dennis Bouanga, who tries to shoot and gets and Drake Callender stops it. Drake Callender, great goalkeeper in this game, and he knows the confidence, get called up to USA team, and then he stops LAFC getting the first goal. Bouanga tries again, and there was a defensive coverage there. And after that, what does Miami do? They score right after. And it's not Messi, it's not Alba, it's not Martinez. Martinez getting called up. It's Facundo Farias. Farias with that slide goal from the right side, and that ball sneaks through to the back of the net. Miami leads this one now 1-0. Now Miami with that momentum shift gets trying to get the goal in, but LAFC was not done. LAFC is trying to equalize there. Drake Callender, monster goalkeeper, not letting LAFC get anything in. Not anything. Then in the 40th minute, there was a situation that, if handball happened with Busquets, there was nothing there. And then at next thing you know, we go to halftime. Then we come back out in Los Angeles. There was a goal a few minutes after. Messi assists to Jordi Alba. Jordi Alba kicks straight into the back of the net. Next thing you know, it's 2-0 Miami. And all of a sudden, Miami has the total control of this game. It was a matter of who could try to get the third goal, or we waste enough time for Los Angeles to not make this comeback. And LAFC were pretty close to doing so, but Miami's defense has been pretty good in this game, and so is Drake Callender. And finally, when the break we needed. We tried to kill the clock. There was another Messi assist. Leo to Leo. Lionel Messi to Leonardo Campana. Campana finishes the game off from the Messi assist to pretty much game, set, and match this game. And all of a sudden, they lead this one 3-0. Now we go to the 90th minute. There was a set piece for Los Angeles. And Miami very vulnerable in set pieces, and they managed to break the scoreboard. And next thing you know, there's 6 minutes left of stoppage. It's Ryan Hollinshead who scores to score a goal to break the score. So no clean sheet, no shutout, and Miami would hold on. LAFC tries to score again, and they couldn't do so. And 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 yeah, that's pretty much it for this game. Busquets played great. Gomez played pretty good. Victor Ola was pretty good. Arroyo, nice defender. Messi is Messi. Capana, great. Alba, great. Farias, nice goal. I think that's a goal of the game. Pretty much the sliding goal. That was just awesome. This was a monster win against LAFC. Monster. Just monster. And why it's a monster game? Well, it's a game on a road. First time in history that we scored more than 1 point in the West Coast. And now, we are now 8 games. Is it 8 games? It's somewhere. So 8 games below where we want to be for the playoffs. Try to get back up. And this helps. This helps tremendously. We catch up to the 2 New York teams who are struggling, as well as Charlotte, and those are and Chicago. I think those teams that we play soon are those key games. New York City FC is one of them. Charlotte twice is definitely a huge one. You can even say Atlanta on the road is pretty huge too. That's happening in a couple of weeks. Chicago, no messing around. We cannot lose against Chicago. So, let me get us to the schedule real quick. Yeah, so next game, it's against Kansas City. I'm not sure if Messi will be there or not because he got called up to Argentina, but knowing him, he'll probably try his best to do everything because it's Messi. All right, so we got Kansas City next. Kansas City is turning the tables a little bit, so we got if Messi is not able to play, what does Martino have in store without Messi? Now I heard. Now this is what I think. Jordi Alba might be able to play this one because he has retired from international competition. So we'll see. Then next, like I said, Atlanta, Toronto next. That should be a winnable game. The big matchup, Orlando City up in Orlando, Florida. That's a key game as well. Then we got something completely different. U.S. Open Cup final against Houston Dynamo. And next up, the big match is New York City FC, and 2 more games against Charlotte FC. So, in my opinion, if we can win 4 out of not 4, 5 out of 7 games, and I'm talking big games. Like it doesn't necessarily need to be against Kansas City, but it needs to be against Atlanta, Orlando, and New York City and Charlotte. So that's what I think too. So and Chicago as well. Now Cincinnati, maybe we might be able to make the statement. If we can beat Cincinnati, that's also critical. But I think 5 out of 7 matches, as long as we try not to lose, then I think we're in good shape to make the playoffs, especially when we were dead last where we wanted to be. And getting up there would absolutely help with that. And if we can, then the league should fear us because we're not going anywhere. We're not going out without a fight. And I think we can make things happen. I think so. But anyway, there you go. That's going to do it for this video, folks. If you have liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe for more content because Miami TV has it back. And when he does, he'll be right there with you for the entertainment you deserve. It's Miami TV saying now, folks. Sports vlog coming up soon, I hope. And yeah, folks, I'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.